I don't think that the Lord and all of his disciples could have stopped the Lakers.
This team, this organization, this city, the Lakers are NBA champions once again.
Your drive is there to be the best.
The night and the championship belong to the Los Angeles Lakers.
You're now tuned in to the LakersSource podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your host, Ranch D, with another episode of LakersSource Rumors Rundown. Everybody tuning in today, if you would like the video, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter at LakersSource, and I'll keep you up to date with all the news and rumors surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. Free agency is right around the corner. We're about a week away from the draft, or a week since the draft happened. Lakers pulled out 4 new players to add to the team next year, and barring any trades, they should help us out on some depth and some positions of need. We've got Lonzo Ball, as Magic said, the new face of the franchise. Looks like him and Brandon Ingram are going to be the dynamic duo of the future. So it's going to be pretty exciting to watch them play in the Summer League coming up starting July 7th. So we've got free agency starting July 1st. That's whenever players can start verbally agreeing with teams, and that's whenever we'll start seeing news pop out of who's going where. And then less than a week later, got the Summer League, so we'll get to see how Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball have progressed since both of their seasons have ended, and how they can work together. So that's going to be really exciting. And as most of you saw, and if you haven't seen, I suggest check out the clips on YouTube. But Lonzo and LeVar and LaMelo were on Raw last night, Monday Night Raw, WWE. It was pretty entertaining. LeVar seems like he's made for that stuff. He's a character, and every time he gets in front of a microphone or a camera, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. And I think it was perfect for what he does. I mean, he already acts like a WWE wrestler, so I thought it was pretty funny. I know there was kind of some backlash or controversy around LaMelo using some racial slurs during the broadcast, and I know WWE had to issue an apology, so people can look at that as a negative, such as, like Lonzo or LeVar's already bringing a circus surrounding the Lakers, but, I think they were just trying to do this for fun, and I think that LaMelo made a mistake, and I don't think it's that big a deal, but they did have to release a press release apologizing for it, so people could look at that like it's a negative. I don't know. It's just up to you to determine how you feel about it. We're also entering stage 5, it seems like, of the Paul George saga. Paul George rumors, they keep changing every day. Today we actually had more rumors looking good for the Lakers, at least, that Paul George has been contacting other players in the NBA to see if they want to come team up with him in the future on the Lakers. I know he's contacted Klay Thompson. He's contacted LeBron James about joining him in 2018. I think Klay's a free agent in 2019, so that would be in the future. But so he's contacted, those guys looking to try to form some kind of super team for the Lakers, which that's exciting. That's cool. We haven't had any players that have tried to do that, I don't think, in the last few years. I don't think Kobe's the type of guy that would really try to do that, and especially a player that isn't even on the team yet already contacting other people to come and try to potentially join the Lakers. So it's almost the Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron thing, like where they were talking back and forth with each other for the summer before they ever even joined up with Miami. So hopefully that's kind of what's going on here. He's starting to get his recruiting in and starting to figure out what guys he wants to try to bring with him to the Lakers. I think hopefully he ends up with the Lakers. I think if he goes to Cleveland or Boston and they get close to winning or win a championship, it's going to be hard for anybody to take Paul George away from them. But I think that the longer he stays on Indiana, especially if he's on Indiana at the beginning of the season, that only bodes well for the Lakers. So I either want us to trade for him now and not have to give up a whole lot, or just wait it out and hopefully Indy just keeps him and he just walks to LA and Indy gets nothing and we get our star player and hopefully whoever he brings with him. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. I know free agency is going to tell a lot. I know some people around the NBA have said that if Boston can sign Gordon Hayward at the start of free agency, they'll then pull a trigger and offer up a bunch of stuff for Paul George to Indiana. And I heard that Indiana is actually waiting on that. So it's going to be interesting. I'm one of those people that's hoping and praying that Gordon Hayward just signs with Utah. They can give him the most money, the biggest contract. So hopefully he just goes to Utah and and that's the end of it. And Paul George doesn't go to Boston or Cleveland or anywhere, or if he does go somewhere, it's a place that's going to be a clear 1-year rental that he's going to join the Lakers next summer, and we won't have to give up anything for him. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think we'll get a lot more clear answers starting Saturday. So keep tuned into my Twitter. I'll keep you guys up to date on all that stuff. As I was saying, free agency starts Saturday, July 1st. We'll start seeing the agreements, the verbal agreements, all the news, all the rumors of where people are going to sign or potentially going to sign, all that stuff. I know there's some pretty big free agents this year, so it's going to be an exciting time. I think the Lakers themselves, I don't think we're going to be major players. Magic said it himself. He goes, next summer's the year that's why we made the trade from D'Angelo and Timofey Mozgov to free up that cap space for next year. He said that this summer we're not going to be major players. I think Pelinka said last week in the press conference with Lonzo that we're going to be targeting shooters this year, guys that are interested in 1-year deals or 1+1, 1 year with a 1-year team option or player option or whatever. So I think we need some shooters. That's the number thing. Lonzo is going to be best suited and really be at his best when he has some players that can knock down some open shots. So I don't know. I think some guys I've targeted, and they might be expensive, like J.J. Redick. He would be good, but I think he's expensive. I think a guy like maybe Tim Hardaway Jr., if Atlanta's not willing to match an offer, if we could do that, he's another guy. He's a restricted free agent, so that would be tough. Some other more realistic, I think that we could probably maybe get Kyle Korver if he wasn't interested in staying with Cleveland or they didn't want to sign him or whatever. Also, a couple other guys are like Aaron Aflalo. I think he'd be really good. He's kind of a 3-and-D guy, and I also know that Thabo Cephalosha is a free agent, and he's another 3-and-D guy. So I'd say, honestly, out of all the people I just named, the most realistic targets would be Cephalosha and Aflalo. I think they'd help us out. They both can knock down an open three-pointer, and they both play good defense, and I think that's what we need the most. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But I'll keep you up to date on all the Lakers free agent rumors here in the next coming week as they start coming out. Also, we've got Brook Lopez's press conference later today. It'll be his introductory press conference, and I think it's at 2:30 Pacific time. I'm not real sure. It might have been 2:30 Eastern, but check that on the Lakers page or online. You'll be able to find out exactly when it is, but I do think it's at 2:30 Pacific. So check that out. Brook Lopez will be introduced. Be interested to see how he answers questions and what he's got to say and about his role with the Lakers and how he thinks he can help the team. So be sure to tune into that. And speaking of Brook Lopez, we traded D'Angelo Russell for Brook Lopez, and I thought it was interesting that D'Angelo's already thrown, it seems to appear that he's already thrown another teammate under the bus in Brooklyn already, where he actually said to media members, I thought, or Instagram or something, I can't remember what it was, but he said that Karis LeVert wasn't there with the rest of them working out and kind of threw Karis LeVert under the bus, that he wasn't there working out. And I saw some people online saying he's already snitching on another teammate. He's already saying that, this guy's not working out with the rest of us. He didn't show up, blah, 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 blah. So, read that however you want to, but I think it's not a good look for D'Angelo considering what's happened in the past. You don't want to, in your first week on a team, start rubbing like your new teammates the wrong way, because as soon as you get into the locker room, you're not going to have it's not going to be a good look on you. And you're already going to try to build trust with new guys and build some chemistry with those guys. And if you're already kind of betraying that trust by throwing somebody under the bus like that, I don't think it's a good thing. And I don't know. It might be just a character flaw D'Angelo has, where he just says stuff like that. He doesn't understand what having your other teammates back is in that regards. So I thought that was interesting, and I know a lot of people were pretty surprised by the fact that he was already doing that, already seeming to rub teammates the wrong way. Read into that as deep as you want. I don't know. I know it. To me, it appears like it's not a good move. It's not a good idea for him to do that. Like I said, you got to build some chemistry and start getting some trust with those guys. But that pretty much wraps up the rumors rundown for today. If you would, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at LakersSource. If you want to add to the conversation, comment in the video, send me a message on Twitter, and I'll answer any of your questions. Until next time, I love y'all. Peace.